Howdy. Welcome to the first day, well, probably the first day, I would imagine, of Hive Swap. Happy 6/12. It's Troll Day, and what better way to celebrate Troll Day than with a game about going to Alternia? So yeah, I've never played this game before. This will be my first time playing. I only turned on the game for the first time a few minutes ago on stream and had the chat help me with technical setup. Gonna turn up the volume on my end a little bit because it's a little quiet for me. So all I know about this game is I know that the premise is that like a troll goes to Earth and a human goes to Alternia. No idea if it's actually set in the Homestuck universe or if it's set in like an alternate timeline of the spin-off universe. Because I mean, it's Homestuck. They could be in some doomed. This whole game could take place in some doomed timeline or some parallel timeline that is even doomed or whatever. Who knows? But yeah, all I know is that human girl goes to Alternia, troll kid goes to Earth, and Act 1 of Hive Swap is about the girl going to Alternia. And I know this girl's name is Joey because it's on the Steam page, and that's really about it. That's kind of all I know. Also, I know that Toby Fox did music for this game, so I'm expecting to run into Megalovania at some point, because that is Toby Fox's signature thing, is putting Megalovania in everything. So that's what I know. That's what I've been spoiled on in the game, is basically just stuff from the Steam page. After we finish Hive Swap, which will not be today, I don't imagine. After we finish Hive Swap, this Let's Play series will continue with the various Hive Swap friend sims, of which there are currently 5. I expect a 6th one will be out and released by the time we get to that point in this project. And I wonder if they're going to stop at 6, because like if they do 6 friend sims, each one has 2 trolls per friend sim. So like they might stop at 6, because then you have an even dozen, and that would just kind of be the way to do that, wouldn't it? You know? I don't know. I think that is it for... oh yes, one last thing. One last bit of business before we hit play on this. Why is there a continue button when I don't even have a save file? I don't know. Anyway, one last bit of business. As I have already told the mods, no hints unless I ask for them. It's possible I will get stuck somewhere along the way, but I would rather just figure it out on my own or attempt to before asking for help. So, what does happen when I hit continue? Yeah, load game. There are no load games. Cancel. Yep, see, no continues. This is completely a fresh start. Okay, and let's hit new game. Ooh, doggo. This a bit. Creepy mansion. Okay. That's new and different. that dog house is way too small. Okay, so are you guys related to the Harleys by any chance? Your name is... Sorry, you're gonna need a minute? Okay, you gave yourself a minute to freak out because of the monster. The thing with all the legs and teeth, the one you barely got away from. Minute's up, though. It's November 1994. November 12th, apparently. 1994, or possibly November 11th, depending on when you exit out the day. Take a deep breath. Let the uncertainties slip away into the toothy, arm-wriggling darkness and focus on what you know. Your name is Joey Clare. You live just outside the town of Haunt Switch. Hive swap for Switch. You are in no particular order a puzzle solver, a semi-orphan, a dancer of multiple schools, an aspiring veterinarian, and a big sister. Speaking of, that monster, the one that barely missed eating you alive, only you're not thinking about that right now, it might be heading back outside where your little brother is. You gotta warn him. Okay, let's look around the room first. Let's see, a bunch of stuffed animals. They should be pretty safe on the shelf, which is the point of shelves, you suppose? Indeed. Ballerina. Mom won this award at around the same age as you for being the best at ballet. It's pretty. It is pretty. Look. It's the 11th of November. Okay. 1111. Today started off just like any other, with another sunrise and the sound of songbirds going hog wild out there in the trees. But the songs have all stopped, and now there is something else going hog wild out there. You don't know what it is, but it ain't birds, and it sure as heck ain't hogs. What does mark mean? You've already marked today's date as part of your daily routine. If anyone claims that you didn't exist on the date of November 10th, 1994, you can shove that big red X right in their face and prove them wrong. Let's see. There's one for going outside. These posters. They resonate so powerfully with the very core of your being. The animals, the magic, the power. They whisper to you in your dreams. Secrets of a better world on the other side of the stars. What's this? Books. More pressing concerns right now than the book report you have to hand in on Monday. Besides, none of these books are appropriate choices for a book report, according to your teachers. Your teachers seem oddly fixated on award-winning books where beloved dogs are introduced and then inevitably die. You kind of hate your teachers sometimes. Ballet shoe. Look. Along with ballet, you also study tap dancing. You haven't decided which you prefer. Ballet is fun, but tap's also fun in a different kind of way. You've considered blending the two. Oh, that sounds fun. Wearing one tap shoe and one ballet shoe at the same time, but decided to fully master both and earn the respect of your teachers before unveiling your boundary-shattering ballop style to the world. Yeah, let's equip. You add the tap dance Apilitech to your Technicash. Yep, those are the words that refer to those concepts. You learned them literally just now. They'll help if there's anything you need to shake up or shake off, or if you're just in the mood to shake it. Shake it, shake it. Okay. And now that allows me to do stuff with that. Backpack. Your babysitter got you this junior veterinarian's med kit. It's kind of important to you, so you think you'll leave it here for now. It really busts you up if something happened to it. Well, veterinarian kit might be important for what we're about to do. This is a raised and cushioned platform where you spend several hours every day unconscious and hallucinating, usually while the majority of the other people on the continent are also doing the same thing. That's certainly a way to describe a bed. What else is clickable? It's easy to make your very own cake, or something like that. You were really excited to get this for your birthday last year, but you ran out of baking stuff pretty quick. You could use regular sugar and flour or whatever, but it's not like you have those things just sitting around. Who does, honestly? People with moms, you guess? Oh, so mom's dead, I guess. Your babysitter gave you this for your birthday. Joey, she said, this wizard's the best. He lives in this little wizardly orb, just swimming in spells and glitter. He will protect you like he's doing it right now. Your babysitter loves wizards, obviously. She's pretty great. Interesting. Let's see. Rose would have come to Earth, what was it around? Doing some math here. Like 96 is when... So, yeah, this would have been... It's 1994, so this is before Rose came to Earth, right? Doing some math here. Yeah. Yeah, this is before Rose was around, so... So is Mom Lalonde Babysitter Lalonde? Interesting. Very interesting. As in interesting. As in very fucking interesting indeed. This is where you keep your clothes. You consider your fashion statement to be fun and comfortable, and try to model yourself on Clarissa. Wow, is Clarissa... I could have sworn Clarissa Explains It All was late 90s. Ah, Clarissa, she really does explain quite a few things, except of course precisely where she gets her clothes and how she manages to look so great all the time. Clicked on that. Your walkie-talkie, half of a set. Your brother has the other one. Could come in handy. So yeah, let's get that. Feels a little light. Uh-oh. Ah, great. We need batteries. Oh, I saw that. Up yeah, there. Where are those? They're like keys in the window. Keys are what you call the bats in Legend of Zelda. Yep, no batteries. You remember cannibalizing the walkie-talkie when something else needed them, but you can't recall exactly what that something else was. There's the Clarissa. You try to remember if Clarissa ever got in any jams like this. Possibly. You have so much in common. Annoying little brother, computer in your room, second-story bedroom. As much as you hate to admit it, Clarissa's life adventures deviates from yours in a number of vertices. Her parents were around, she had a cool friend who was a boy, but not her boyfriend. No monsters in the yard, etc. What's this? Oh, that actually was an exit. Uh-oh. Here, let's backtrack. I haven't done clicking things. Sir Pawswaddle, your beloved man-throat chap. You tend to his fussy whims and needs when you trouble to imagine what they might be. What a daring dream to combine the finest qualities of the animal kingdom with the nobility of humanimals. You mean humanity? Anyway, Sir Bappy Pawswaddle will have to tend to his own fussy whims and needs for a while. You've got a lot of crap on your plate right now. So yeah, Joey's basically a weird amalgamation of Rose and Jade. I like it. So far, anyway, that's the impression I get. One day you hope to be a veterinarian. Then you can be the one caring for fuzzy-faced baby critters. So when someone catches you in the act of snuggling them all, and tells you to take a hike, you can flesh your vet badge and say you're here on professional medical business. Then they'll have to take the hike, not you. Computer. Your modem always makes a mighty racket logging you on. Probably not worth riling up any hallway snakes to surf your sites right now. It's not like there's much new to see, anyway. You're sure that Jude would have let you know if anything in your web bringing had updated their files? Jude. A friend named Jude. Making a note of that. Posters, clickable. Let's see, is there anything that's... Talk about hop stepping, well, lukewarm stepping. Let's see. Puppy Surprise is having puppies. How many? That's the surprise. Puppy Surprise, Puppy Surprise. Whenever you look at this thing, the song from the commercial runs through your head like a snake monster on an autumn afternoon. It's a great place to shush your keepsakes, where they stay safe as a teen hiding in your bedroom from a snake monster. You reach inside the expectant plush canine and... Puppy Surprise is having puppies. Okay. That's interesting. Collect the diary key from the plush hiding womb. While you're at it, you think you should keep this beautiful heirloom of your mom's close. Just a feeling, a deep, inexplicable feeling, an impossible to ignore feeling. You think? Fucking Juju key over here. She actually came with 5 puppies, but you gave 2 away to make room for other stuff. You don't know anybody else who got 5. Some kid from school got 4 in hers, and she wouldn't shut up about it for a week. You're not one to brag, but yeah, you walked with a little spring in your step for a while after birthing that quintet of pups. Maybe you 5 puppy people can just cut from are just cut from a different cloth. Okay, so we got some kind of cherub juju here. A diary key and a walkie-talkie, which we can't use because we have no batteries. Let's see. Is it gonna let me go out? Jude was all over you to fill your calendar with fake appointments to throw him off your trail. You told him you did just to shut him up. Or is Jude the brother, maybe? You told him you did just to shut him up, but he can peep in here from his stupid treehouse if you forget to close the blinds. Okay, so yeah, Jude's the brother, not a friend. If you had some batteries in this walkie-talkie, he'd probably be bugging you about it right now. The door to your possibly snake monster-occupied hallway. You really need to let Jude know that monster might be coming after him. Hey, cat. Cat's trying to get at my water. Here, cat, go playing with stuff back there. Okay, what have we here? It's a very monster. Why does that brush look like a monster? You briefly muse on the metaphorical significance of the flashing light. What could it represent? The past? The future? America? It's your stupid brother. You need to get in touch with him. Yikes, more of them? Gentrification is a real monster. Blistering social commentary aside, you sincerely hope you and your brother aren't killed and eaten by these eyeless horrors? No kidding. Remember when you were raking up those leaves? Your dog knocked Jude over and you left, and then everything turned monsters. Ah, memories. Poor puppy. If that icky snaky thing hurt her, well, you'd use your budding veterinarian skills to patch her up and make it all better. But you'd also be very angry. Hey, cat. You want in on the lap? You want to join the stream? Right now, she doesn't seem to want to come out of her doghouse, and you don't blame her. Indeed, I don't. What the hell was this? It'd be nice if those monsters were as weirded out by that weird skull fountain as you are. Unfortunately, that thing is probably monster chic. A troll skull, I wonder? Huh. It's got the moon. The sun has just set, making for a glorious autumn eve. As such, autumnal evening glory radiates from the heavens, kissing the clouds on its way down to earth. Stupid clouds, all untouchable and ephemeral and stuff. Let's see, anything else worth putting? Looks like everything else clickable. It's a good thing you can see my mouse cursor so it doesn't look like I'm just, sitting here doing nothing. Let's see. Video games. A prodigious collection of titles for your console's hungry cartridge-shaped mouth. All the best ones are here. Well, all the ones you happen to own are here. You could spend all day listing them. Here's Bubsy, there's... Mentioning Bubsy makes you feel a little queasy, so you think you'll stop there. You might go lay down for a bit, actually. Let's see, what else is there to click on? Let's see, I clicked on this guy already. Beanbags are making a big comeback lately. It beats staying on the floor. And that's all you can really ask of a beanbag. The goal of this game is to get 4 of your colored circles in a row before your opponent, who is trying to do the same. You can also theoretically connect 5 if you're kind of a showy jerk. Ooh, movie posters. Let's see. Second Mom. Bubsy. Some kind of hard-boiled detective thing. Star Avenue starring Ginger Rogers. Some kind of Metroid-esque thing. Or Metroid. I don't know. I always grew up pronouncing it Metroid, even though it's definitely Metroid. I don't know why. Sorry about that, folks. The story that keeps happening. Hot Steps. Canadian Campfire Spookums. Are You Afraid of the Dark ripoff? Nice. Well, not ripoff. Homage. Homage is the word I'm looking for. Acorn Shadow. What is that called? Heal Rescue, I think is that name. It's a little hard to read. Alright, let's look around. You love Block Hustle. Oh, good, all the games. Block Hustle, the game of descending columns that disappear as lines are filled, but you can only find the poster of the American box art. What could possibly go wrong? That's what Bubsy would say if he were here. He'd never stop saying it. You hear it in your head forever, echoing like screams echo across still water. This game is only available in Japan, but there's still this kid at school who says his uncle works at a games company, and he says he gets to play all sorts of secret games before they even come out here. He runs off at the mouth like he has all this stupid insider information and sources inside the game companies. And honestly, you think he's just desperate for attention. Yep, I hear that. You tend to ignore him and focus on more pleasant things, like this super cool poster, Second Mom Rules. Ginger Rogers, gosh, she's really something. The greatest tap dancer who ever clattered gracefully across the screen, probably? No, wait, definitely. It's still kicking. The bounty hunter's advice for dealing with monsters would probably be to shoot them, or change your shape, or both at once. She's cool, but pretty difficult to emulate. Yep. Few people can live up to Samus around. The story keeps happening. Just look at this childlike empress. She sure looks pretty pleased with herself for someone who's only in the movie for about 5 minutes. I know, right? Had to have a never-ending story reference, I suppose. Hot Steppin'. You don't really perform the styles of dance that make this movie such a pulse-pounding barn burner of a smash hit, but you'd certainly like to someday. Canadian Campfire Spookums is the best. It's about these kids who get together in the woods every week, and one of them throws some dust in a fire, and then they tell a scary story, and that scary story is the episode. You guess you kind of focused more on the framing narrative than you did on the stories, but whatever, it's the best, just like you said. Acorn Shadow is surprisingly dark for a show about a group of horse friends. It canters down some troubling psychological roads. Magical animal companion Heal Rescue is your favorite Japanimation. Oh god, remember? That is what they called it in the mid-90s? Like seriously, like, that is what they called anime for a little while there. It was weird. Like, if you go back and play the very first Metal Gear Solid, well, not the very, very first, but because, like, those were NES games, but, but yeah, like, in Metal Gear Solid, they call it Japanimation, and it's weird. It's about this girl, Sheikah, who goes to school sometimes and has a regular life. Boring, yeah, but whenever a magical animal has been hurt, Sheikah becomes Princess Sheikah and rides her dear companion to go heal them. That's the whole thing. It's great. No fighting, just healing. You'll love it. That does sound nice. I like it. Now that's more than enough of that. So there's Mom. Aw, this is adorable. You usually don't have much to record in here, and kind of the humdrum life you lead, but you think today will be a different story. Maybe you should take a moment to record a note now, just in case this is your last chance to set down your final words before your tragic demise at the hands of horrible, sneaky things. It's locked. If you wish to gain access to your long-buried or recently buried secrets, you'll have to use the diary key. Okay, well, let's do that then. You unlock and open your diary. Nice! Juicy secrets! Here you come. Except they're just your boring secrets, so you don't care. It is Roxy! Well, Mom Mulan anyway, but... Mom Mulan is the babysitter. I love it. Usually you don't have much to record on here on account of the humdrum life you lead, but today will be a different story. Maybe something from your past will shed some light on today's terror mysteries. Some little detail mentioned offhand and forgotten. The key kicking off a casual cascade of connections that terminates in a catastrophe of snake monsters. April 13th. Nice. 1994. Dear Diary, ho-hum, nothing much happened today. I tried to make some new friends at school to maybe expand our social circle beyond just me and Jude's friends all the time. Wait, is it weird to call my brother's friends my social circle? Not to me. A lot of my brother's friends became my friends. Ah, well, you know what I mean, Diary. I don't have any friends I can really call mine, so I'm trying to branch out. I guess it's better than calling them my web ring. The kids at school are jerks, though, and they call me a poser when I try to talk to them about games I like and stuff. Between you and me, I think a bunch of the kids at school might be evil? Jeez, now I'm sounding all paranoid like my brother. They're just up to no good, I can feel it. Joey. June 12th. We're just gonna hit all the Homestuck dates. 1994. Dear Diary. Whew. First a day of summer vacation. I can't wait to get a break from all these clowns at school. Going past that, sometimes I think what I really need is a vacation from humanity. Okay, I know where this is going. October 25th. Dear Diary, I can't believe I haven't recorded an entry since the beginning of last summer. Needless to say, I've been back to school for a while now. Next summer can't come soon enough. I came home to a drunk babysitter again today. Sure, some quality adult supervision we youngsters are getting around here. She means well enough, though. Yeah. Haven't heard from Pa in weeks. Last we saw of him, he popped in the house to drop off more stupid mummies and globes or whatever. So... Then skipped off to go on more adventures. What a bozo. Also, how lame is it that I made us call him Pa instead of Dad while we were growing up? I miss Mom. No. So yeah. Indeed. So she's not actually related to Jade. Well, kind of. Well, I suppose like in it, she's like kind of Jade's adopted stepmom, and also like half sister. I guess this would make Joey Jade's. Yeah, because if Beta Jake anyway is Joey's dad, then that kind of makes her like Jade and John's half sister. All right. Yep. Cool. So and Roxy's her babysitter, or Mom Lalonda's her babysitter. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be calling them by their alpha names because I can't help it. If this is the last entry in your diary, then by gum you're going to scare the bejesus out of whoever finds it once you're snake chow. November 11th, 1994. Dear Diary, forgive my hasty and nervous scribbling. I'm kind of scared, but maybe also a bit excited. Anyway, can't talk much now. There's a sly and cunning monster on the prowl. Possibly hungry for kid meat too. So I've got to... Okay, I don't have a darn clue what I got to do, but I'll fill you in later once I do. Joey. Satisfied you've done your duty vis-a-vis posterity in case the worst should happen. You relock your diary and hide the key again. Safe and sound. Well, the key's just gone. That's interesting. There's Mom. Since she's been gone, you've seen less and less of Pa over the years. Guess he had greener pastures to move on to, or bluer beauties. So yeah, it's like Grandpa Harley is definitely Dad. Or Pa, I guess. This little girl there, she's destined for big things, big hopes, big fears, big worries, big loneliness. Now hold on, pull yourself together. What would your mom say if she knew you were thinking like this? You really wish you knew. Oh. I wonder if the dog is is like one of Beck's children. Hell, maybe that. I mean, Beck's been around, been on Earth for millions of years, so she might not even be Beck's, puppy directly. She could be like a distant descendant of Beck's. You really like this poster, but you can't say why. It's pretty, and you like the expression on the ballerina's face. You wonder if this is what it's like when adults go to museums to look at actual art. You hope so? More stuff. You give it a good, hard stare. Yeah, you're appreciating the heck out of this art. It would be difficult, if not impossible, for anyone to appreciate this more. Oh, I bet there are batteries in here. Oh yeah, it even... Oh, that's nice. It's like... That's a nice way to, like, drop hints. Because, like, you can tell that it's like... I can already kind of guess that this is where the batteries were, because it's a thing with batteries. But like, it has a... like, glistened to let you know it's important. You really get a charge out of this game. It's kind of bossy, though. I'm going to click on everything else, since that's the correct thing. So yeah, welcome to Minda Plays Video Games, where I figure out what I'm supposed to do, and then do everything else. Alright, let's challenge it. Alright, that's where you put the walkie-talkie batteries. You'll just take them back out. Okay, one more game for old time's sake. Jude's probably fine. Okay. Gotta play Simon Says before we do this. Looks like the green button isn't working. Well, nostalgia satisfied, might as well scavenge the buttons. The batteries. Did we do it? Oh. Success! The walkie-talkie works like a charm now. A charm with battery power. Feel pretty pleased with yourself. It would seem you just solved your first puzzle of many on what is sure to be a sweepy adventure full of mysterious brainbusters. Then again, putting batteries in a thing isn't technically solving a puzzle, you suppose. It's just overcoming a minor inconvenience that you create yourself, using mundane, widely available modern technology. You don't care, though. You're counting it. Jude, you there? Are you alright? Yes! Been covertly signaling status and requesting yours. Over. You mean the lantern? I don't know Morse code. We never use such easily decipherable code. Over. Enemy agents everywhere. Over. Wait. Over. Still unconfirmed vis-a-vis your condition following enemy serpent encounter. Over. Please report bite status. How many in hell gross? Over. I'm fine. I'm fine. No bites, you weirdo. But thank you for asking. It was a close one. Great. Was worried. Over. That reminds me, after I shut the door on this thing, I heard it clomping off back downstairs. I don't think you should leave your treehouse anytime soon. It might be heading back your way. No plans of leaving current location. Yard crawling with cryptid vanguard. Over. Wait it out then? Cryptid vanguard. I know what. Well, I know what he means by that, but just for the sake of it, cryptid vanguard. Missing big picture, Joey. Over. Okay, maybe a little less obscure then. Purely defensive posture, tactically suicidal. Monsters likely just distraction. Could have obscured additional agents on approach. Over. Oh, you mean like more monsters? Or can't discuss on unsecured channel. Can't be certain who's listening. But evidence points to Antares class conspiracy cascade. Over. Did you forget our discussion on conspiracy gradation nomenclature? Over. Literally as it was happening, yes. Is Antares bad? Really bad. In the heart of the scorpion, Joey. Over. Okay, sounds like a good reason to not leave my room and get killed by monsters. Trust crucial on the battlefield, Joey. Hoping presence of monsters has tipped equation away from typical skepticism. Over. I trust you? Sure. Okay, that's fair. Okay, what do I need to know? Your current position not secure. Large yard facing windows. Location compromised to enemy. Situation rapidly deteriorating. Must abscond to attic, Joey. Over. The attic? Yes, the attic. Strong door. Well stocked with tactical material. Take left out of bedroom, go upstairs. So I'm immediately going to step out the door and go right. And possibly get my first game over by getting killed by a monster. Highest room in the house. Over. I know what the attic is, Jude. It was just a weird suggestion. What else is new? More inscrutable ramblings from my treehouse lunatic brother. Don't understand. You sounded confused. Trying to help. Over. Look, just shut up, okay? I'll sneak up there, lock the door, and you can... Call our baby... Yes, call Roxy! Call our babysitter. Too late to reach her at lab working day. Too late to reach her at lab working day. Long done. Over. Oh no, you're right. Oh yeah, I suppose that big creepy thing they were looking at must have been the laboratory where Roxy works. So they're like in the same neighborhood as Rose. They're probably like just on the opposite side of the lab from Rose's house. Oh no, you're right. Agreed on both counts. Babysitter capable strifer could help tip the scales. Might also help convince you to get to safety. Dude, I'm gonna go to the stupid attic, okay? I'm sorry for being mean. There's also a good chance she's wasted too. Well, when has that ever stopped her? Do you have your weapon? Over. Sure don't. Sure don't. Why would I keep that thing around? Serpents swarming everywhere! I mean, he has a point. Now is a good time to have a weapon. You want me to fight them? With a flashlight? Flashlight strike. Ah! Don't blame you for being... I'll explain that reaction in a second. Don't blame you for being nervous with high concentration of serpent presence. Must be brave. Your brother believes in you and knows you can beat the serpents. Over. Stop saying serpents. Do you recall where your weapon is? Over. Yeah, it's in the closet. Understood. All set then. Over. No, I mean the hall closet. Crap. Over. Yeah, well, I guess you'll have to take your word about all this. You are sure about all this, right? Or I'll have to take your word. Absolutely, extremely certain. Over. Over and out, Squirt. Okay. Achievement unlocked. Over, but we just got started. Hey, that did show up on the screen. I wasn't sure it would. So yeah, what's funny is during one of my Steven Universe live vlogs, I made a joke about Flashlight, Flashlight Special Bus. And now here it is, it's real. The Flashlight Special Bus is a real thing. That is what the reference. Okay. So I've been told to go left, so I'm gonna go right. Better hurry over to the hall closet and retrieve your weapon. Before that crafty old serpent, you mean snake, can get the drop on you. This is a globe light sculpture with an arrow that conveniently alerts you to the location of the ceiling. Oh, so that's where it is. Thank you, globe light sculpture. We got through the first conversation with Jude. Yes, indeed. Flashlight kind. That leads up to the attic, so this is the wrong way. Bunch of stuff that should be moved into the attic. There's some toys here, too, that you don't play with that much anymore. Basically a pile of useless trash. You got this toy caterpillar so you can learn how to cure centipede caterpillar diseases. But it turns out plush caterpillars don't get sick. Still pretty cute, though. Okay, well, it's too late. It's too early to go to the attic. What? Why is the sufferer here? Oh, never mind. This thing's always giving you the creeps, but that didn't stop you from patching it up after Jude accidentally ripped it with an experimental foamless dart. So, like, Jude even shot it with an arrow. What the... Okay. So... So we have the Sufferer, and he's still getting shot by arrows, even in plush form. Yes, I've seen this too, I'm just refusing to click on it. By the way, it's your mother's jewelry box, a priceless heirloom. The Stufferer? Nice. It's not the Sufferer, it's the Stufferer. The Stuffed Sufferer. It's your mother's jewelry box, a priceless heirloom of immeasurable sentimental value. Also, there appear to be some of your brother's empty cans of Pringles. Interesting. The lights store was only a clever distraction, masking a secret abduction. Jude and Sarah insisted the terrifying horse was being abducted. Your counter-argument completely schooled him. This painting now commemorates your triumph and a particularly spectacular equine nativity. Nope, his friends bought him a special surprise birthday party. Jude insisted the painting now commemorates your triumph and a particular spectacular equine nativity. He's being abducted. No, it's a birthday party. Whee. That's kind of cute. Let's see. There's Pringle. It's a very peridot-looking alien right there. There's the room. This gun can shoot a stream of water up to 50 feet away. Too bad you don't use guns. Oh, come on, and you call yourself a Harley? Actually, wait, you don't call yourself a Harley, but you don't use guns? Come on! You're related to at least 2 gun users. What the hell, Joey? And maybe Jude uses guns? I suppose that should have been a clue that they're related to John and Jay. They both have J names. Nipple. This lady's just hanging out on her all together. Which you mean, who are you to judge? Except it made you slightly uncomfortable, so you churched her up a little. You feel kind of silly about now, but whatever, you were like 8. Yeah, so you drew some clothes and pasted her nipples. It is a very 8-year-old thing to do. Another nude statue that's been clothed. From the first and last dart gun war with Jude, Belinda here provided great cover for those who refuse to use firearms, namely you. You tried to distract him with your tap dancing, and then stick a dart on him. It didn't work at all. Let's see. Can't go this way. It doesn't look like. Oh wait, no, you can. I was just clicking there. Where are we going? Okay. What? Ah! Another reference. More references. It's Castle Caliborn Greyskull. This must be Jude's room. This is the door to your neurotic dork of a brother's maximum security bedroom. He keeps it locked up tight because of all the silly conspiracy work he does in there. I sincerely doubt you'll be entering this room anytime soon, but really, why would you even want to? It's full of nerd stinking goober crud. Not to mention it's where his pet usually lurks. Ominous. You love all animals, but just the same, that's one you'd rather let Jude deal with? Take it open? No. He always keeps it locked. Even if you did manage to get in, he probably has traps set up. Not worth trying to get gum out of your hair again. Plus, there'd be his pet to deal with. Ooh. My guess is we're not going to meet the pet this game. Like just from what little I've seen of the game, like, you know, Joey goes to Alternia in this game, and then I'm guessing Act 2 is going to involve whatever the troll's name is, hanging out with Jude. So we'll probably see more. We'll probably get more of Jude and his pet in Act 2. That's just my guess. God damn Caliborn. That's just my guess from, you know, intuition. The light bright. The light bright. Hours of fun with the number of hours and the degree of fun dependent on the power of your imagination, which in your case means many hours and a lot of fun. This is cool. Also, the first painting we've seen that's been unaltered. Homestuck references in my Homestuck game? It's more likely than you think. By the power of Green Skull. You've always been a little creeped out by the monster in the water. It feels like its eyes are following you, but only sometimes. This lamp's not even plugged in, but there are at least 9 possible light sources in your immediate area, so maybe it got lost in your typically well-illuminated shuffle. What is this room? It's the hallway closet. If memory serves, there's a box full of some old belongings of yours in there. You wonder if it has what you're looking for. I believe that it does, in fact. Okay, before I pick up the flashlight now, I'm going to answer the walkie-talkie, because it's probably Jude telling me to get the flashlight. So I should get my old weapon from the hall closet and then head up to the attic, right? Affirmative. Also refrain from excess chatter. Over. Oh, right. Yeah, bye. Could also alert monsters. Over. Yeah, I got it. I'm going. Bye. Can't be too careful in an espionage game, Joey. Silence golden. Over. Jude, shut up. Remember one time on training mission couldn't keep my trap shut? Oh boy, really landed us in a pickle. Over. You've never had any training. I'm turning off the walkie-talkie. Bye. Over and click. You think back to before. Back to when this closet door was shut. You had a reasonably good guess about what was inside, but now your guess is even more reasonable. There's the... That box probably has the stuff you need, but you can't reach. You wonder what your next step should be. Actually, your tap shoes might be the solution to how. If you could just get a good stomp going, you might be able to tumble that box right off the shelf. Okay, well... Okay, that was adorable. Nothing fragile, you hope? You pick through the box and find your flashlight! And an old pair of ballet slippers. These will come in handy. Oh hey, there's some pet treats in here too. You keep caches of these all over. Never know when you'll need to treat a pet. You go ahead and try your flashlight. Click, click, no dice. Another battery problem? You open it up. Wait, there were no batteries in here at all. Just a bunch of stupid pogs. Excuse me. Dang it, Jude. Found my old strife weapon. Guess what? It's full of your stupid pogs. Crap, forgot about these. Please keep safe. Over. Fine. I'm a good older sister. Okay, but I'm not going to take especially good care of them. Please protect Molder at all costs. Over. You and Molder. This Scully Pog is obviously where it's at. They are Molder and Scully. That's great. I like that. It's a good reference right there. Terms acceptable. Keep them safe. She's yours. Over. So I guess I head up to the attic now. That is the plan. Over. Better shake a leg. It's Mr. Greg. Affirmative. Over and out. Hey, shake a leg. It's Mr. Greg. That's, pretty sure that's a character from one of the Rampage games. Let's see, is it possible to go over this way? Doesn't look like it. Oh, that was just my mouse. That was just me hitting the side with my mouse. What's this? Oh. Paws are a usable item. Dog bites are a musical item, and the cherub key is a usable item. Whoops. You got your strife weapon back. Time to head out to the attic, right? We're taking a leap of faith with Jude on this one, but he seems to at least think he knows what he's talking about. So I guess it's just not going to let me go over there. Use? What? Could scrounge some ammo, but you don't use guns, so you won't? Okay. And it's not going to let me go over there, I don't think. Maybe it'll let me go over there if I walk from this angle. Oh no, that just makes me... That just brings me back to this. I love how the Sufferer, the Stufferer toy, looks like one of those, what was that book called? The one with, like, Where the Wild Things Are, that's what it looks like. It's like a Where the Wild Things Are version of Cancri. You can use the things you have on the stuff you can interact with, whether or not it should make any sense. Okay, let me... The hallway seems spookier from this side. Frankly, you feel a little spookier yourself, just basking in this spooky aura. I'm gonna try to do that. Might topple over, and what crueler way to kill a ballerina than by tap dancing her to death? No, you never forgive yourself. You show it a few steps. Oh! Nothing inside, too bad. So you can put the calves in Cavalier. We're gonna come closer so we can see that animation again, because that was cute. Oh, that's adorable. So what's the flashlight do? First, from the first and last dark door with a bola. Okay, well... Okay, well this is gonna take forever if I use every item on every interactable thing. Okay, that did some gun. Try to tap it right off the couch. Benson, this will do the pump push pretty good. Whoops, I accidentally clicked it before I could read it. You've used your ballet to dodge Jude's awareness training ambush many times. In fact, he's never actually hit you. You're either excellent at dodging or he's a really lousy shot. Or both. Could always be both. That's profoundly creepy, and you'd rather not. No, the change would rattle, and geez, it'd be horrible. Okay, I'm not gonna do that for everything, unless I think it'll actually accomplish something, just because we'd be here all day. Or all night, rather. A bunch of stuff that should be moved to the attic. A bunch of useless trash, indeed. On the rare occasions he is home, Pa can be heard bumping around in here while tending to his hoard of stupid antique trash. Or priceless artifacts, you mean? It's not even just the weapons, literally all items. Yeah, that's... We would be here forever. Like I mentioned this off stream, but, like, I already have, like... You know, it's like I do tend to do a lot of useless junk in games like this. But, like, even I have a limit, you know? Where it's like, I'm not going to use every item on every clickable. On the rare occasions his own Pa can be heard bumping around. But no, you don't. It's locked, but you need to get in there as soon as you can. Peer through the keyhole. Ooh, ominous. That looks important. Weird. What the heck is that thing? And how long has it been there? Hey, the attic door's locked. Cripes, forgot about that. Tactical blunder on my part. Over. It's fine, no big deal. Just left the safety of my room to be eaten by monsters in the hallway because my dorky brother sent me to the safety with the wrong side of a locked... Is it not fine? Over. Jude! Panic not necessary. Still need to get you to attic. Over. For safety, right. Well, whatever. I'm trusting you, I guess? Appreciate that. Over. Although so far hasn't really paid off. Joey, please just need you to head to the trophy room. Over. Ah, gross. I hate that place. Why does he even need a special trophy room when our whole house is just his dumping ground for whatever garbage he picks up on his stupid adventures? We'll find key to attic there. Mysterious whims of absent father not relevant. Over. Fine. Over and out. Okay. Head to the trophy room. Okay, so that's just what this thing is going to be, is just constantly going to be telling me what to do. What's this picture do? Anything? Seems to just... Yeah, this button doesn't seem to actually do anything, which is a little weird. That's the menu. Okay. The help. The hint function is currently disabled. It won't do any good to try to use it for now. Okay, so that's good to know. Might as well save the game as long as I'm... Oh, it's not okay. Cat, get away. Some great photos and portraits of your mostly great family. You decide to take a closer look. Yep, there he is. Oh, and it's a young Grandpa Harley when he actually looked like Jake. And it, what? Is that Jane? It is Jane. Some great photos and portraits of her. It's Jane. Well, I mean, Grandma Harley, I suppose, or Grandma Crocker in this. Crocker? No. Grandma Edward? Nana Edward? Yeah. These characters have. There are too many selves. Too many selves. Ugh. These characters have too many versions of themselves. Ugh. Anyway. Okay, so we got Mom, or the Mom. To Jake, my biggest fan. Oh. A. Claire. Something A. Anne? Probably Anne. A-N-N-E. His family has too many last names. Ooh la la. That there, Mom is looking très glamnifique. When you grow up, you hope this is what mirrors will look like. You and your very good dog. Oh, yes. There aren't any pictures of the three of you together, so you tried to make one. Of the art of composition by hanging these three solo photos together. It's kind of like there's a photo of all three of you, sorta. No picture of Dad, though. So I think, I don't think Grandpa Harley was that great a dad, judging from Joey's general attitude towards him. It's like, all three members of the family right in a row right here. There aren't any pictures of three of the other early games. A lovely depiche of school portraits, the laser background, the bad hair days, simply perfection. Indeed. Jude put the dip in, did ya? You muttered to yourself. Such an unreal burn on the unsuspecting chump. They probably wouldn't even get it. Come to think of it, maybe neither do you. Pa, and someone you presume is his sister? Nobody he's ever mentioned. Oh, not that the two of you ever talked much. Jade. Or Jane. Even in speech, I'm still getting them confused. Kind of weird to think you might have like a second cousin out there you've never met. Maybe she died young? No, she certainly did not. The old-timey times were pretty rough. You and Jude have a lot of fun memories with your babysitter, Roxy. But now, probably more than with Mom and Pa combined. You always thought of her as the kind of cool and fun older kid you wanted to be until you got old enough to realize she's a pretty sucky role model. This version, sure. It's like, Alpha Roxy's a great role model. I love her. You wonder what her family is like, but it's probably not your place to ask. Even more screwed up than her, to be completely honest. Depends on which timeline you go to. Mom is the picture of grace and radiance, and Pa is just Pa. Seriously, has he ever changed his look? Sometimes you wonder if he was born with his spectacles and mustache, or at least one of the two. he was actually born with the spectacles. That's great. Pa used to be great with animals. You wonder what happened? Maybe a betrayal? No, impossible. Look how good that dog is. That dog never betrayed anybody in his entire life. You would stake your entire reputation on it, the whole thing. You and Jude have a lot of... Alright, I clicked on that one already. And the picture of Pa has been defaced. You can't even look at this picture. You deplore cruelty. Oh, no wonder she hates him, because he's the big game hunter and she loves animals. You deplore cruelty to animals, one of the many ways you and your father never saw eye to eye. One of the other ways was how he never actually looked at you much, let alone at your eyes. Jesus. So now it's like, now I just want, Joey and Jade to get together and talk, because they have some very differing opinions on their father figure. What's this? Here. Whoops. This guy, what's he so happy about anyway? His expression probably makes more sense in its original context. That is to say, whatever tomb or temple or whatever that your pa plundered him from. Alright. That's not clickable. Windows not clickable. Uh-oh. Well. Seems the power is out. Why are the alphas all such train wrecks as adults? And as kids? Just in general, really? Well, like, there was always, like... It's like... Kind of the whole point of the Scratch was that all of the kids, both the alpha and the beta kids, had more successful versions of their lives in the second timeline, the alpha kids timeline. Seems the power is out. Like you can see how, like in the alpha kids timeline, all of the beta kids basically lived out their dream lives. You know, Rose became a famous author. Dave turned Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff into an award-winning movie series, and the same thing kind of applied to the alpha kids. You know, like Dirk isn't a creepy fuck up the way Bro is. You know, Grandma Harley actually, well, I mean, like, Grandma Harley had a decent life, I suppose, but, like, Jane, got to have her big adventure. And so, yeah, like, the post-Scratch timeline is the better timeline for all of them. Kids and adults. Seems the power is out. They should make the trophy room quite the adventure, which is to say, not quite the adventure you wish you were having right now. Alright. That's not clickable. It's clickable. Beanbag chair, super comfy and thankfully not filled with real beans. You could take a nap, but you've kind of got a lot going on right now, you know. Just your reliable old portable cassette player, complete with headphones. Jude can occasionally be found using it even to either further isolate himself from reality. Have to get some batteries. Dead batteries? Damn it. Seems to be a running theme. Let's see, what else is cool? What's this? Pa's major totem of power. The impressively clunky item controls the TV, the garage door, toaster, thermostat, and pretty much everything else of a gizmological nature. You literally cannot pick it up without using both hands. So Pa Harley was ahead of his time. You know, it's the 90s, and he's already hooked up his house like he's got Nest or something. He's tried to turn his TV remote into a smartphone. This is a very James Roach track. Agreed. Yes, it is. You all probably can't hear it very well because I have the game volume turned very down, but it is indeed a very James Roach track. Pop open this behemoth and score! You pocket the E-cell batteries right in the old Silodex. Okay, well, I don't need... These batteries are so huge they don't even begin to fit. Like fitting a round peg into a round hole that's a bit smaller than the peg. You'll need D-cell batteries. Yeah, well, at least I'll keep those around for some puzzle, I'm sure. Well, it would seem the power's out. Classic PsyOps, over. What? Credit where it's due. Best way to destabilize countermeasures. Leave you in the dark, literally. Literally, over. Once again, This isn't even a live vlog, it's a stream, and I'm still getting ahead of the joke. I love it. Not literally. It's still like late afternoon, I can see fine. Should have no trouble getting the trophy room then. Fine then, Mr. Mission Control. Yes, great, over and out. Big old TV. There's the big screen, got the cable hookup and everything. It's your home altar, and your method of worship is listless vegetation. The gods reward you with glimpses of the divine, Clarissa, Alex Mack, and the cool green lady from Reboot. Reboot got rebooted recently, and I haven't heard anything really about it, good or bad. You really like her. She's cool. So, it's like, Pa's got his thing for the blue ladies, but Joey's more for the, green. She's more of a green girl type. That person. Which I guess means, Joey would totally love cherubs. That's another thing that, she and her babysitter have in common, I suppose. This bookshelf contains several of Pa's books, including Pistols to Pelts, How to Turn Sweet, Intelligent Animals into Weird Rugs and Stuff. Teach Yourself Taxidermy, I guess. And Safari, stories of bold men and the animals they killed from a distance even though they weren't hungry and did not intend to eat them. So yes. Pa Harley likes the cerulean ladies. Oh look, there's one now. Pa Harley likes the cerulean ladies. Little Joey Claire prefers them green. She prefers greener pastures. Ba-dum-tsh. Alright, let's walk over here. Pet Vet, the doctor is out. Okay, now I can click on this picture. She literally put band-aids on all the boo-boos. That's adorable. I love this. I'm loving Joey already. Joey, are you making up those titles yourself? I wouldn't put it past her. This piece is too depressing, so you gave it a nice refinishing. If your pa has a problem with it, he's welcome to say so next time he's actually around. You wonder if you'll be driving by then to college, where you teach because you are an adult and 20 years have passed. Cerulean babes. This is weird. This is really weird. The ladies in these paintings are eerily beautiful, although maybe everyone would look like that in blue. The lamp. Goodness, you'd like to meet the lady who modeled for it someday. Yes, the creepy headless lamp. Let's see. Play a haunting melody. Oh, I'm playing the hell of this haunting refrain as soon as we're done. A piano can be used to turn the slight motion of one's fingers into music. Those ivories, how they beg to be tickled. But you mustn't. Also, you, can't. Oh, wait, can you not play the... Can you not play a haunting melody? Oh, that would be just the thing, wouldn't it? Some kind of eerie, lonely sonata to really set the tone for the adventure ahead. Something in a minor key? Maybe. Something in a minor key, maybe? It's a shame that would probably provoke a bunch of monsters to eat you. Oh. Also, you can't really play the piano? But, like, clicking on where you go is taking a little loose, too, because, like, I want to play it Diablo style, where you just, like, hold down the mouse and you go that way. But that's not really how it works, so I'm getting used to that. The other little dude in the background. Anything else? Clickables, clickables. This lamp makes you blush brighter than the lamp itself. Oh yeah. Joey is very not straight. I'm not gonna rule out bisexuality, but she is certainly not straight. You always enjoyed this painting, particularly because the line looks so alive. Whoever painted it must have a really good imagination. Either that or they painted it really, really fast. The Teddy Bear Outpatient Clinic is for stuffed animals who require treatment, but not an overnight stay. It's not just for stuffed bears, of course. It was named for its founder and chief physician, Arsala Teddy Bear. Books. That's not books. Boy, your pa really gets inventive with his taxidermy, huh? What a ghoul. These should probably be in the museum. It belongs in the museum. These used to be stacked neatly on the shelves, but your big dog came clambering through and slammed right into them. They tumbled everywhere. That was about 3 years ago. You aren't great housekeepers. I'm not going to show you my room, but let's just say I find this very relatable. You don't want to look in there? Maybe you do, but I'm not going to let you. Let's put it that way. Maybe you do want to look in there. I'm not going to let you. You don't get to look. You don't get to see what my room looks like. I think that's everything. Clickable. I'm going to perform about. I'm going to hit on the lamp. You wouldn't mind dancing with this lady one bit. If only she were a lady and not a truly tacky lamp. Get Joey a girlfriend. The sound you've heard since you entered the kitchen grows louder as you approach. This awful static is like nothing you've heard, and you want to go back to not hearing it as soon as possible. Turn the radio off. Okay, it's off and it'll stay that way. Okay, so how do we pull the batteries out? That's the tuner. It's for tuning the radio. Yep, by golly. The battery compartment. I'll need to look at the D-cell. Jackpot D-cells! You can never have too many batteries, and never in too many different sizes either. Rumbo. Your babysitter has just really atrocious taste. You're only 14, and even you can tell that this is just really crummy. You know, yeah, that. I guess by the time Rose is around, Roxy must have improved her taste in liquor. Then again, I suppose like during the Game Over timeline, Rose was drinking swill too when she was on the Meteor. I guess it's a young alcoholics thing. They get a proper taste for the stuff later. Remember needing batteries for stuff? Oh, well, this is great. Which batteries do I need to put in the... Okay. Is that a D? Okay, I think that's a D. Oh, it is a D. Okay. See, this E just looks like two... It says E there, but to me it just looks like two dark lines in a box. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I need to do. Another electric device successfully powered through clever manipulation. Light weaponry. Achievement unlocked. Another electric device successfully powered through clever manipulation of resources in your immediate environment. You are on fire! With your flashlight fully functional and in fit fighting form, you feel significantly better equipped to handle most low-light environments. You're also able to beat the bejesus out of any of these creeps that get too close. Although that's a last resort, of course. Your sweet, loyal dog loves that flap. Jude used to like it too when he was younger. He still likes it. You visualize all the delicious items that could be in this cool embrace of the refrigerator, but are not. It's empty. Food shopping has become sporadic of late. Turns out tipsy babysitters are fairly bad at responsibilities. Roxy. It's a picture of... I'm looking at the fridge art now. Picture of Bigfoot. Picture of Dad... Get out of that way. Picture of Dad hunting. Shark. Looks like a picture of cats that Roxy painted or drew. Some kind of calculations that were probably also done by Roxy because she's super smart. Somebody's pizza. FBI captures real monster. Little family picture. Phone. The power is off, and as such, your fax machine is basically useless. This is an unacceptable state of affairs. Let's see. Garbage? Sure, why not? The trash is piled next to the fridge. Even animals know better than to let their food fraternize with their waste. Look, you're not saying you never have home-cooked meals. Your babysitter is a pretty good chef, even. It's just, well, none of you like doing dishes. And the nice thing about takeout is that you can just eat it right out of the box and then throw the box away. Of course, none of you really like taking out the trash, either. Oh, God, these... It's like... Roxy, Joey, and Jude are just a trio of disasters. I love it. Home sweet home. This is actually kind of what my kitchen looks like right now. Yeah, like, as soon as the stream's done, I'm doing dishes, by the way, because my kitchen looks like this right now. No way! You did them last time? It's Jude's turn now. You know that, after he completely ditched you for the treehouse earlier. Maybe it can be Jude's turn for quite some time. Siblings. You're even out of dog food? Things have really gotten desperate. I guess you can't blame your babysitter for running off to the store for groceries at what was retrospectively the worst possible time. Anything else in the kitchen? Past the kitchen? A mummy. This mummy is currently blocking your access to the rest of the house. He has been ever since your pa left him here months ago. Can you move? Yeah, not a lot of chance of you being able to move Pharaoh Napoleon over here. What about this door? Wait, hang on, I missed something. The tube highway that Jude's pet uses to get around the house. You haven't seen it tonight, fortunately. So there's some kind of rat or something? Gerbil, maybe? Something small enough to fit in there, anyway. Okay, into the creepy basement. It's a machine designed to take your clothes and wash them. You call it a washing machine. It serves its purpose admirably. On the rare occasion a human being is willing to cooperate. Ugh. Your pa brought this home as a souvenir. There's nobody inside it. It's kind of like a metaphor, you guess. You're not sure what you want to start down the road of analyzing your life as if it were a work of fiction. Yeah, that's Rose's job. Souvenir from your pa after his trip to Hawaii. He's been exploring the Pacific a lot lately for some reason, so he mentioned offhandedly a few years ago. You assume he's still doing that, due to you not having any refresher data, or particular caring one way or another where the hell he is. More cerulean babes. Pa loves his Blue Lady's portrait so much, he keeps redundant backups scattered around, because it's okay if you ignore something supposedly precious to you as long as you're paying attention to something kind of similar in another location, right? You decide not to pull on that psychological thread because you have important work to do, and who needs that crappy old blowhard anyway? What else is clippable? Oh look, it's a denizen looking thing. All neat and folded. Just kidding, it's obviously dirty. Your babysitter sometimes cracks into your pa's special reserve, and she tends to do it down here so you and Jude don't see. You aren't really sure what to say about it, or if you even have any business saying anything about it at all. Forgotten skiing stuff. No basement is complete without it in your extremely limited experience. I mean, it's your Crocker! Crocker! This whole game is just going to be me randomly shouting out to the Homestuck references at random intervals. With Pa's strange affinity towards the better Crocker brand ever apparent, this musty old junk mainly consists of all sorts of cooking implements, ranging from the familiar to the enigmatic. Really, now you can tell what a whisk is for, but some of this stuff looks downright unethical. It's also in your way. You can't reach the circuit breaker. Yeah, imagine being a non-Homestuck watching the stream. It's just gotta be, like, the most bizarre thing of just me going, for seemingly no reason. You know? If you don't know Homestuck, none of my reactions are gonna make any sense. Skiing equipment, what's this? This chain looks like it should be clickable, but it's not. It's a taxidermy narwhal. Oh, come on, man. Those things are endangered. Your pa bought it back with him from the Arctic. He sure does get around. Luckily for him, he has this big house to dump all of his animals he murders and these kids don't want to raise. Yeah, it's like the non-Homestucks are going to be the non-Homestuck people are going to be weirded out that I had such an extreme reaction to it. Meanwhile, the Homestucks are just laughing because it took me so long to notice the Betty Crocker stuff. Anyway, let's move the junk pile. Try to move one box and the whole pile is liable to come tumbling down on you. You need to find some way to get it while moving at once. Shake them up somehow. A controlled tumble, that's the ticket. Alright. This does not look very controlled. Oh well, it did the trick, I guess. Clear the boxes away with your fancy footwork. Now just give the breaker a tug, or whatever. Flip the breaker and... Uh-oh. Things are getting creepy. Up, up, up. Strife! Okay, Strife indeed. Pop. Shaking for the... Got no chance of being this thing. Gotta get away. Step on it. Okay, how? Dance around it. Graceful abscond. Uh-oh. Stretch your leg. Guy-handed you. Try again. Graceful abscond. Okay. So, how does this... Special. Shakes for the memories. Maybe this one. Shuffle and scoot. There we go. Prima abscond, Joe. Achievement unlocked. Achievement unlocked. Step up. Power back on. You're doing your psyops of encroaching forces? You're doing our psyops of encroaching forces, over. Give you back light only to snatch it away. Described hypothetical, very cruel. Dealing with sick operators, over. No, it was just me, Criminy, Jude. That snake monster is down in the basement, by the way. I managed to get past him, but we'll probably need to deal with him at some point. Second encounter with said serpent, correct? Beast wily. But Sister already established superior wiliness attribute, over. Hey, thanks. I think. Trophy room should be trivial obstacle, over. Wait, what? Attic key, Joey. Eyes on the prize, keep me in the loop, over and out. Okay. Alright. Where is the trophy? Can't tell if the noises you hear are from the monsters or the wind. It's either some particular whooshy monsters or a really groany wind. Or is that the trophy? Oh, is that the trophy room back there? Oops. Oh, and we've got ourselves a fight. This one we're actually going to fight, I guess. Strife. Okay, so what's this do? Tepalizer. Main roars. Look at this. Light on your feet. Light bite. Choose your battles. Choose your... So this is what was blocking the door. He looks hungry. See, I didn't even try the door, so I didn't notice that was blocked. Light bite. Okay, so... Choose your battle. So I'm guessing the combo here is tap dance to create an opening and then hit him. John, ready for this? I don't seem to have a health bar, so I don't know if I actually can lose this. The flashlight doesn't seem to actually be doing anything, though, because he just kind of snaps at me when I approach him. Maybe I can tap dance on other things? World's not ready yet. Okay. Oh, so yeah, I clicked them both and I tried to do the combining thing, which I'm not able to do. Excuse me. Okay. Choose to tango. Choose. This game is puntastic. Yeah, the puns are coming at me too fast for me to even react to all of them. Light bite. Oh wait, it's a giant mouth, so let's try this. Now hit him. I just keep feeding him, maybe? Jaw's ready for this. Anyone for seconds? Make mine a double. Alright, big guy, time for dessert. There we go. Hey! Look at that little victory pose, I love it. Alright, monster-inflicted death scene averted. You are unbelievably stressed out right now. Congratulations, you've ascended to Rung 2, attain rank of tail-wagging tree Tyro. Max HP increased by 12, muscle increased by 7. On the character screen that I can't actually see. Congratulations, you've ascended to Rung 3, attain rank of Minute Mammal Minder. Dexterity increased by 2, grace increased by 6, leverage increased by 5. Rung 4, attain a rank of Pepper Patterer. Master Noggin Bop. Hubris increased by 4, courtesy increased by 2. Okay, so that was a thing. Even the stripes are more like little puzzles. I like it. So where's the key? On his desk or something? Would never leave critical item in such obvious location, over. Yeah, this game was only released in September. It hasn't been out all that long. It's been out for less than a year. Okay, but like, where did you leave it? I just had to lure a hungry monster out here with treats, and I'm not sure how much time I have for brother or sister conspiracy capers before it comes back. If room compromised, can't discuss countermeasures over unsecured line. Utilize puzzle or skill set over. Okay, well, it's gonna make me figure it out on my own then. Okay, thanks, Jude. Call back if assistance required. Over and out. All right, so I can call Jude for hints, and I think I can figure this out on my own. This is exactly the kind of thing you wish wasn't in your house. Why couldn't your pa just leave these regular eyes in, and also more importantly, leave their head attached to their body? You'd like to put something in those sockets, but what? And also, wait, why do you want to do that so much? That's weird. Why? Pogs in the eyes? You could never be so rude and cruel to such a sweet, big sweet kitty who has already suffered so much. Something definitely needs to go in those empty eye sockets, though, if only because you're getting creeped out. I love how I didn't hesitate for a second before I tried that. This is a katana. You have no idea what to do with one? Wait, maybe you will just throw it away. It stopped at 11:11, and it has been for as long as you can remember. You could fix it, but why bother? It's not like you're going to make a habit out of strolling over to the worst room in your house to check the time. Let's see, what else is there to look at? I'm going to look at everything, and then we're going to start using stuff on stuff to figure stuff out. Your pa's love of globes knows no bounds, but you don't recognize any of the continents on this one. You have a better idea of what you were looking at if you read those scribbly labels, all of which makes sense on the X mark. Could indicate treasure. Yeah, somebody pointed out that it's a katana directly underneath an orange animal whose eyes you can't see, which makes this whole little scene kind of a very opaque homage to Dirk. I'm gonna get rid of this so I can click on stuff up here. There's probably another one. They wouldn't do that, right? Put clickable stuff behind the UI? Who knows? Who knows with Hussey? This, whatever this is, depicts some heroes conversing with huge monsters. Do these monsters help them? Kill them? You prefer to imagine everybody gets out okay, but you know life is rarely that kind. Oh, yeah. Is there sort of very, Denison-esque type situation here? Well, these are just, like, straight-up historical moments, like the Sphinx, the Minotaur, someone fighting a Kraken. It's all very... You got nothing. You feel unqualified to comment. It's... As if being dead weren't bad enough, your pa replaced its eyes... Excuse me! Your pa replaced its eyes with creepy glass orbs. The light reflecting in their facets stare gives you the creeps. But are you crazy, or is there some light reflected off of the antler, too? Maybe it bears closer examination. Well, that sure did something. Jude, I can't make heads or tails of this thing. What thing? Over? I turned on the laser, but that's it? Nothing else is happening? Thought you were Puzzle Master. Was wrong, it seems. Over. Hold on. Don't give me a hint! I was about to see where this is going! Don't give me a hint! Believe this calls for... burns. The Gruff Climb Drug experiences trouble? Unbelievable. Over. Wait. Disregard previous burn. Superior burn formulated. Ace Ventura, pet detective. Please respond if ice required. Over. Nice try, Dork. Maybe if you were a real tactician, you managed to get your burns out on the first try instead of requesting do-overs. Pride wounded but unable to protest. Have been informed mildly contentious banter at cornerstone of squad camaraderie. Over. Yeah, anyway. How am I supposed to solve this thing? Don't tell me. It's clearly a puzzle thing that cries out to be solved. Use marbles. Over. Okay. Thinking as hard as I can. You know I like puzzles. I wouldn't be asking if it weren't an emergency. Actual marbles. Over. What are you talking about? Trivial, really? What marbles? I don't have any marbles. You don't? None nearby? Over? No. Oops. Okay, so that's kind of funny. You are now Jude Harley. Achievement unlocked. Nah. Hey, you. And although tonight is apparently tonight you've been preparing for, laying so many preparations and countermeasures and countermeasures against, it would seem you made a rare tactical blunder. The marbles that Joey needs to disengage your strategic defense globe are here in your treehouse. Time to call in the lone gun birds? What? Okay, this seems like a good place to take a momentary break. I'm just gonna be gone for like a couple minutes, go to the bathroom, that sort of thing, get some more water. We will be right back, and then we will proceed with Jude. The song is silly, but I actually like it. Yeah, it is a nice song. It's also very loud on the on OBS. Is it overpowering me by any chance? I'm just looking at the audio displays up here, and it looks a little loud. I'm not sure. Whatever. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, we are going to. Sounds good on your end. You can hear me fine. Okay, so I'm going to get to the break screen, and I will be back in like 3 minutes. Okay. Bye bye. 1 moment. Stopping the recording.